Hey, what is up, everybody? And welcome back to the CornbreadReturns YouTube channel. Thanks so much for coming out. And as you probably know by now from the title, this is the how-to objects in space kind of series. And in this particular episode, we are going to be going through the bounty, going and doing a bounty, going out and collecting on these bounties right here. Now, in order to do this, we need a weapon system. And so, what do you know? Excuse me, I need to go back here. What do you know? Ooh, sorry guys, I'm getting some serious CPU laggage right now. This game can do that sometimes. It looks like it fixed itself. Excellent. But what we need is a weapon system. And so what you'll need is a little bit of coin, and we're actually a little bit lucky because there's very affordable torpedo systems right in this system, right? So for 2,400, now we'll say it's only 2 tubes, right? And a lot of weapon systems that have torpedoes are, sometimes 3, 4, maybe even more tubes. But in this beginning of the game here, because this is very early in this game, this will more than suit what we were looking for. And you know what? Couple $100. I really forget what this boost state actually means. You can see boot time, spin up time for each torpedo, blah, 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 blah. Doesn't really matter. We're going to go ahead and buy this boosted module. We'll go ahead and go to armaments. We've got 2 torpedo tubes. What do we want here, guys? What really do we want? We just bought a medium torpedo, which is $110, and we still have a little bit of dough. Why don't we go ahead and buy? I think we're going to be okay. I mean, we could do an EMP too. You know what? We are going to go with an EMP because EMPs disable and these destroy, right? I mean, you can disable them by destroying them, part of their ship or whatever, but I think this is going to be just fine. So we're going to go ahead and do that. We've now got our weapon system. Now we're going to go back to our screen over here where we get our loans, we get our contracts. Excuse me. Sometimes I can get a little screwed up. And we're going to go to our bounty screen. And we're right here. We can see we've got to make this money back. We're getting low on funds. So let's go find these guys. Now, this is early in the game, so you can see the threat level. Pretty minimal. So I'm hoping that by going out, spinning up my torpedoes, getting a firing solution, blah, blah, blah. This is the fright bat. This is what we're going to do. And by hailing them, be like, hey, look, we found you. You got to come in. We're not going to have any problems. But if we do have any problems, we do have a weapon system. And that's going to be really, really super duper ultra important. We've already paid our fees to get the hell out of here. And I am in no way running like a super dangerous vessel here, guys. We're going to go ahead and check our mail just to make sure nothing crazy happened. Just a contract complete that I just did. Great. Wonderful. That's going to work just great. Now, here we go. You can see our RCS is in the same section as that. I want to go ahead and put it in this other thing, because when you lose, if you ever get in a situation where you get in a bad fight and you lose one of these components, you really don't want to ever lose, you don't ever want to lose both of your very expensive, very, very nice items like that. So, you can always move them to the front of your vessel too, all this kind of stuff. But I think this is going to be just fine. So, fantastic. We've got our weapon system installed. It's ready to go. We've got our torpedo tubes. Everybody's happy. And we are looking, bring up our handy dandy little thing. We are looking for in SKT 1080, which is, I believe, just here in this area. We are looking for the Iona Monreal, which is GS 1894. So I'm pretty sure that's where we're going. Oh, it looks like we do actually need a jump drive, guys, because he's a badass pirate. You know what? So we're gonna do, before we get out of here, we're gonna go in, and we're gonna take out some loans, and we're gonna buy a jump drive. So let's see how much it costs first, so we can find out how much loans we make, because we really want to do this. I for the sake of this video, I really want to do this. So let's freaking do it. Let's go to what we're gonna do: modules. Let's go to jump drives. And what do we need to buy a nice jump drive here? 5200C, right? So we basically have to take out $5,000 in loans. We've already paid our fees to get out of here, so let's just do that. Let's go ahead to loans. We've got multiple loans we can do. We can take out this one, and this one. So we just took out 53. We just took out $5,000 in loans, which will be excellent. We're going to go over here. We're going to buy this low power use. Interesting. I don't know what that necessarily means. It looks like the same jump drive. So this one's brand new. This is going to be more than okay for us. So now if we go back, go out of here. We'll close up. We've already paid the fees to go. We're going to do a jump here too. We're going to do a little jump drive thing. So here's our jump drive. Let's just take a look at it to make sure all the components are good. Interesting. Yeah, let's disconnect it real quick. Let's just open it up and see if everything's in working order. It looks like everything is in working order very nicely. This is a nice cluster M, which is nice. T connector, another cluster M. We do have spare parts, so we don't get caught out with our pants down. Since we don't have another one of these, I can't actually install another thing. Yeah, those are all the open modules. Okay, well this is good enough for me. No repair needed. Looks like everything's very nicely connected. I just always like to, whenever I buy new components like that, I like to look at them just to make sure all the parts are in good shape. But that is for another time. Anyway, we are going to go ahead and undock. We're going to set our destination over here. We're going to fire up our jump drive, and we're going to be really happy. And we're going to go hunt this bastard down is really what we're going to do. So let's go ahead and undock before we perform this jump here, which will be wonderful. Awesome. Okay, so you can see now we have weapon targeting, we have our jump drive down here, everything's really, really good. So what I'm going to go do is I'm going to go back to the cluster. We know that this guy is here, right? So we're going to set our destination, and we're going to go ahead and power this bitch up. So you can see it's taking down our battery, it's charging up, it's spinning it up the jump drive right now. Now we are charging straight up off the generator, which is just fine. You can see since we're not like moving or anything, this is going to be more than okay to go off of our generator, right? It's mainly when you're like using your main engines and doing all this stuff that you can put an inordinate amount of stress on your generator, and that can cause actually issues. But it's okay, we're almost charged. We probably just need some better batteries, but you know, that's for another time. For right now, this is what we are doing. Now, it looks like we are in the correct, see right here you can see quadrant C. We need to be in quadrant C to make this jump. So we're going to go ahead and calculate our solution. As that spins up, we're going to be just fine. We're going to let our generator charge here. Everything is good. If we go over here and we cycle through, we can actually now see we have our weapons. And I can't remember if when you warp, it will spin them down, but I think so. So we're going to want to just do our warp. This is an undetected system, so we'll be able to turn our IFF off. We might go into like kind of like stealthy mode just to make sure we do that, and just sort of like while we spin up our torpedoes, right? Because we don't want to be batteryless, because it will take batteries to spin up our things. So we're gonna go ahead and do this. Go back to our main screen. We're not. Ooh, looks like we have some kind of a hull problem. Oh, helm problem. Okay, let's go ahead and. Well, I don't like that. Let's just make the jump first, and then we'll worry about the helm. We have lots of spare parts. I'm sure it's a hap node. So let's just go ahead and begin this jump. Pew, pew, pew. So, we're nice and stealthy right now. It is spinning up. We are now inactive. I'm going to go ahead and, before we do anything, I'm going to go ahead and fix this helm. And disconnect. We're going to open it up. Looks like a hap node. What do you know? Shocker there, right? These hap nodes they put in, guys, when you first buy your ship, they are shitty. Highly recommend, highly recommend, you know, having lots of spares around. And there we go. So we got our helm. Our helm is back up and running. Should be more than okay. And it looks like it is. So now we have made it here. I am going to go ahead, because we have full power right now, I'm going to go ahead and spin up our torpedo. And you can see, as I spin this battery on the torpedo up, it is draining our charge. It absolutely is draining our charge. Slowly, but it is. We want to be careful. This is an explosive torpedo. but we want to make sure we have this explosive torpedo in our arsenal before we go messing around. Now, what are we looking for? Remember, guys, we are looking for the Iona Montreal. It is marked GS 1894. So GS 1894, I'm going to just write that down, 1894. It is an Archer class vessel, and it should be fairly like, you know, not crazy. There's a P129. So let's just go. Let's just give a little gas. Go ahead and stop our burn. Let's just start floating around. Possible P129. I'm gonna go ahead and maneuver a little bit here, just so he's not in my baffles. I don't like it when ships are in my baffles. I'm not gonna set the weapon target. We're doing okay. Warhead is 100% charged and ready to launch. So now we're in this quadrant, guys. What we want to do is we want to start looking around. Now it looks like we're on the left side of this quadrant. So we want to go, we're on the hunt though. We are for sure on the hunt. So let's just go. We got full charge on our battery right now. Let's just engage. And we'll make our way. No, we want to do that. What do we got here, guys? We're looking for an Archer GS. And what is the name of the vessel again? Iona Montreal. Nothing too crazy yet. But yeah, we're just going to we'll use our time compression here. And hopefully we'll be able to find this guy soon. Now, we don't have the best scanners in the world. Make sure we're... Possible P130. We're looking for a GS8. Now, this is an Archer class. Let's just go. Let's set a direction. I'm just going to do this. Okay, burning in this direction. Let's just burn in that direction. We'll start speeding up again, and now we've reached max speed. We'll just head this way. Remember, we are in stealthy mode. If you guys are watching right now, and I do end up cutting forward a little bit, it's just because we've found our vessel, right? We've found what we were looking for, and we're just fine with that. So I don't want you guys to just be hanging around while we're doing this, but this is part of it, just to let you guys know, is kind of the hunting, right? I mean, right now, we're just kind of floating around, hunting for this guy. It's supposed to be a fairly non-threatening vessel. Okay, so we're going to want to slow down here, because it looks like we are coming across a field, so let's engage. Don't want to drift too far into that. In fact, don't want to drift into that at all. Let's go ahead and cancel our autopilot. We'll just start going through here, it looks like. How are we doing? We're doing okay on power. Let's engage. Excellent. There's something unknown in there, but I'm guessing it's not a vessel, just because... We're going to be really careful here. I'm guessing it's not a vessel, just because it is in the middle of a meteorite field. And then, generally speaking, that is not where vessels like to hang out. Interesting, okay. Pretty thick over here, guys. Pretty damn thick. In fact, cancel autopilot. Let's plot. And let's engage for right there. We should be able to thread the needle really nicely. as we're just kind of making our way through this star system. It's actually nice. By doing this, we are essentially mapping this system out for our us. So that is always a positive. Go ahead and speed it up a little bit here. Like I said, we're looking for this guy. Ah, hello. We've spotted something. Possibly an enemy vessel? Possibly our guy. Possible 132. Name unknown. No IFF. It's going to take us a little bit. It's going to take us a little bit to grab some of these guys. Manually flying a little bit here. Just to keep ourselves moving. Keep ourselves moving forward. Still nothing from the targeting system, which is interesting. Unknown, unknown, class unknown. So we're looking for an archer class, remember that. And the registration is G1894. Now, it could be that this nebula right here is clouding my vision. And you know what? That's okay. I don't think this is a dangerous nebula anyway. So we're going to go into it. It's just a dark nebula. And that's actually okay. That doesn't damage our systems or anything like that. In fact, it hides our emissions. It was what it does. Now, we don't know much about this thing yet. Still unknown. Still don't have a solution on it. I'm going to go ahead and cancel the autopilot. This could be our man. We haven't lost the signal yet. And he's moving in this ship is moving in this direction. We just lost it. Looks like it was nothing. Which sucks. Because I was really hoping that would be our guy. Okay, we've got another unknown... a couple unknown vessels here. As we roll through this dark nebula. We've got another guy here. Possible P135. What do we got over here? Possible P134. So, just making our way through here, guys. Being really careful. Oh, yeah, that moved down. That was really interesting. So, let's do this. We're going to use our autopilot. And we're going to continue to monitor this guy. This is an Archer class vessel, guys. This could be our man right here. Archer class vessel. We do not know its registration. We're going to possibly hail this guy in about 2 seconds. As soon as we make this turn, we're going to do our thing. Yep, I know. We know who it is. We know who it is. No IFF. Well, nobody has their IFF over here. We've got it. We're getting a targeting solution going on. He's watching his back. That is an Archer class. Unknown registration. We are gaining a solution on it. I'm thinking about hailing him. Unknown Archer. No, cancel the autopilot. Still getting a solution here. I don't think they want to answer their comms. This is our guy. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna wait. Burn forward. That's our boy. It's not letting me hail this guy. Alright. Well, what do you guys think? Should we get his attention another way? That's our guy. 1894 Archer class vessel. Yep, I know. Oh, we know who he is. Let's go forward a little faster. We've now reached our maximum speed. So I'll bring down that burn. As soon as he gets out of that nebula, guys, I think we're going to put a shot across him and see how he feels about it. We've got a targeting solution. We are good to go. We might just explode him. We've got a bounty. It doesn't seem like he's a threat. And you know what? We have been ordered to murk him. So I think we're going to launch we do have a solution. He is running away from us. So I'm going to do weapons free, guys. Here we go. Weapon free. Torpedo is in the water and headed towards target. Let's go ahead and spin up our other torpedo. Oh, we're watching it. We got to arm our torpedo here in about 2 seconds. We're going to arm it. Torpedo is active. Let's spin up our other guy. Just in case we need it. Let's follow us. I hope we don't need it, but we might. Now, our torpedo, yep, it's still with us. It's unlinked. You can see I can disable it too. We're linked up right now. We just spun up our other guy. This guy has 81% battery left. It's going after our target. You can see he's started to run away. He's turning. I don't see any countermeasures yet. I think he might be going after this guy. How's it doing on battery? It's doing really well. It's got 73% battery left, so we should be able to hit him. Hit him. He's turning. He's turning. Are we going to get him? It missed him? Get him. Right there. Boom, baby. We hit him. We did not take him out. Bounty complete. Go ahead and put a full stop. We just got a bounty complete. There we go, guys. We did it. I didn't think we took him out. I don't think we took him out, but apparently all we had to do is do a little damage to him. And as much as I'd like to fire another torpedo at him, we don't have a grappling arm or anything like that. We don't have a grappling arm anyway. And so if we did destroy him, we wouldn't actually be able to take any of his stuff. So that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you do a bounty right there. Go after him, fire torpedoes, and get the hell out. So now what we want to do is, since we did just complete that bounty, we do have a bunch of money. There we go. So you can see we got the money from that bounty, and everything is really great and dandy. So now what I'm going to do is I am going to power up my I'm going to power down that. We are firing up. We're spinning up our generator right now because really what we want to do is get the hell out of here. We're going to go to our cluster map. And we are going to head back to... Can we set the destination? We can. We can head back to Leo. But I actually might head back to Maru. Well, yeah, let's head back to Maru. It's a little bit closer. Actually, you know what? Leo might be... We might already be in the quadrant for a Leo. Might already be in the quadrant for a Leo. Yeah, if that's a stair... So let's just head back to Leo. We are, we're going to go ahead and set, we're going to go ahead and set the destination there. Let's calculate the solution. go back to our sector map. And there we go. We are in the right sector. Desired quadrant is B. We are in B quadrant. We can jump right now. So there he is. There's our archer, guys. We probably did some serious damage to him, and I think maybe that was it. It was just put the fear of God in him, right? And let him know that we're on his ass. And there you guys go. That is how you do bounties in objects in space. I'm going to go ahead and jump back to civilization here. And thanks so much for coming out, guys. Really appreciate it. If you guys are enjoying my Objects in Space series here, I do have a... be sure, if you're interested in kind of like more of like the day-to-day gameplay, be sure to check out my Let's Try Objects in Space. It should be... actually, I will put a link to the full playlist in the description of this video, but I would definitely check that out if you guys are interested. It's kind of like the beginning of the game, it's kind of the start of the story. We go through kind of the basics. You can see kind of like what your day in and day out is in this game. Now, I will say in that Let's Play, we're pretty heavy into the... let's just engage this way. We're pretty heavy into like just doing jobs and like doing some of the story missions and stuff like that. We don't really do any bounties at that point. It's a pretty short series though, and it should give you a pretty good idea of just the game and the mechanics and stuff like that. So I'd be sure to check that out. But thanks so much for coming out, guys. Really, really appreciate it. If you guys have enjoyed this, yeah, like, a comment, and subscribe, anything like that, most appreciated. If not, just consider it. That's all I ask. And I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.